All right, 12 o'clock on the dot. Good Tuesday afternoon, everyone. I'm Fox 19 Now, First Alert Meteorologist Brad Maushart with a quick check of your forecast. What looks to be a not-so-terrible Tuesday. A little chilly outside this morning, maybe crisp would be the word. We've been waking up to some fall-like air, courtesy, as we've been mentioning, of a big area of high pressure that's dragging in some air right out of Manitoba, dropping it over the tri-state. Temperatures that we're seeing outside today, mid-70s. That's more so what we should be seeing in terms of high temperatures by the end of September. So we're about a month ahead of schedule. Don't worry. This pumpkin spice practice round will come to an end shortly. Our false fall will end, and we're back to summer just in time for the holiday weekend ahead. It is Labor Day weekend. Yes, it has snuck up on just about everybody, it feels like. For a while there, I didn't think we were going to catch any break in the heat and humidity. I thought it was going to be really awful out there through the rest of summer, but we've caught a nice little break to close out August. But as we head back towards your Labor Day weekend, which is this weekend, temperatures will be trending back up again. So enjoy a little free AC while you can get it, because it's looking warmer again as we work our way into September. Not a lot of rain chance opportunities. That's either really good news or bad news, depending on what you're trying to do outside. Obviously, with Riverfest this weekend, FC Cincinnati, Reds, everything back in town. We could take a dry weekend, but I think a lot of people are wanting some rain. I don't have much good news on that front. There is a better rain chance in the forecast, but it's in the extended portion of the forecast. We'll talk about that, too, coming up in just a bit. And as always, if anybody ever has any questions, comments, complaints, or suggestions, just shout them out here on the chat, and I will do my best to actually remember to check that before we get about 20 minutes into this. So we'll try to watch those as they come in. Let's start off with a little weather number. How about it? Weather number of the day is 50. 50 is our weather number of the day. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull up the comments so I don't miss it, because I didn't want to do what I just said and forget about it. If you're going to be out about tomorrow morning, 50 is the record low temperature at the International Airport. That was set back on the 27th in 1945. It's an 80-year-old temperature record, and it looks like we could break it tomorrow. In some areas, if our northwestern communities were the official reporting sites, we would crush it. This big area of high pressure is going to really drag in some cooler air. And tomorrow morning, with mostly clear skies, high pressure settling in almost right over top of us, it is going to be, I hesitate to say it, but it really will be almost cold in a few spots. You're going to probably need the coat, at least for the first few hours of the morning, until that sun comes up and starts to warm us back up, because we can't rule out a few 30s out there tomorrow morning, especially up to the northwest, far northwest. A little closer to downtown, it's mid to upper 40s, but that's still chilly outside. So enjoy that. Like I said, it's not going to last long. We're back into summer by this weekend. 70 outside right now, nice day on the way. Pressure is still rising. That area of high pressure building in right over top of us. Visibility, no issues there either. So we did see a little bit of pesky fog in a few spots this morning. I think Catherine said Middletown was one of the areas we saw a little bit of fog this morning, but that's obviously gone. And, temperature's not bad outside. 69 right now at the Lunken Airport, 68 in Dayton, 71 at Bloomington, 73 down in Lexington, and just a few fair weather clouds. Again, very similar to yesterday. Fair weather clouds drifting on through. Can't rule out just the slimmest. I'm saying just the slimmest of chances for showers this afternoon. You can see some of those clouds getting a little taller here just north of town. Pull out my little pointer arrow. You're seeing a few little itty-bitty sprinkles maybe trying to mix in just the northwest of Dayton to some of these clouds, but we'll see what happens through this afternoon. Our best chance of rainfall in the near term is going to come in Thursday and Friday, and even that's a spotty chance with another cold front that's going to dive in. Here's our area of high pressure here just off of the west building in. It's still dragging in that cool, dry air, making it nice and comfy outside, but slim chance for a shower today. The biggest thing is just going to be the clear skies, cold temperatures out there tonight. Otherwise, no big issues until another cold front. Yes, one more. Another cold front dives in Thursday and early Friday, and it gives us a chance for rain both those days. But again, just a slim chance. Very little chance for rainfall this week. Sunset time tonight, I have it at 8:17, so that might be a little different than what the climate report there is saying with the automated 8:18 up there at the top. Either way, around 8:17, 8:18, that sun will set tonight. Plenty of sunshine with a few fair weather clouds mixed in. And the sunset is important because we have I posted this to Facebook yesterday. But late tonight we have a conjunction of the moon and Mars. What that means is they're just going to be real close together, right? And here it is, if you missed it on the Facebook last night or Instagram this morning. Something to look for after sunset tonight at 8:17. You'll probably want to wait till about 8:30 till it gets just a little bit darker so you have a better chance to see Mars out there. But take a look off to the west. You just follow the sun down, and about 20 minutes after the sun goes down, you'll be able to see moon. It's just the moon. You'll be able to see moon. A moon, the moon, with just it's going to be a waxing crescent, so a very thin sliver of the moon there on the western horizon, and then right next to it you'll see a little red dot there, and that'll be Mars. So something to look forward to tonight. JD, I am doing fine. Tomorrow morning it's going to be crispy. Very cold tomorrow morning in a few spots. But before you get there, enjoy your nice evening tonight. I cut the grass yesterday, and look, when I did it way too long ago, I think like 2 weeks ago, I felt like I was going to die. It was hot, it was humid. I don't want to be dramatic, but I thought I was going to die. I had to take like 3 or 4 breaks in between, and I chugged I don't know how many mini Gatorades. Just to keep on going with the weed eating and everything, and my yard is like this. It's like a mountain. So it was very, very hot out there like a couple weeks ago, and then yesterday I barely broke a sweat. I mean, it was almost chilly out there last night to cut the grass. So it was nice, and same with tonight. You have any other yard work or anything you need to get done, some exercise, or this, by the time that sun sets, you'll probably want a jacket on maybe for this in a few spots, but not too bad. Still comfortable, mid-70s out there, low 70s by the time this happens. Just something cool to see if you want to get out there and have an excuse to enjoy the nice weather. I mean, you don't really need an excuse for it because it is pretty nice outside, but this is not going to be as nice tomorrow morning. It's not going to be a frost or a freeze, but it's definitely going to be chilly tomorrow. Our average, generally, first freeze for the tri-state, somewhere between, I have it written down here on my sheet, a lot of notes. The earliest for the tri-state is up in, I think, Fayette County, where it says Connorsville there on the map, is October 14th. The latest, a little bit farther off to the south, is October the 27th. So a little variability, but generally mid to late October for the first frost or freeze for the area. Just depends on what county you're in. North to south plays a little bit of a role there. Obviously, the urban heat islands play a little bit of a role in those dates, but either way, we're a long ways off from our typical first frost or freeze. The National Weather Service has the earliest ever freeze, September 28th, so even that is about a month away. So not too worried about that, but it's going to be chilly tomorrow. It's not going to freeze, but you're going to be chilly in a few spots, especially up in the northwest of town. Here downtown, I have us at 48 degrees tomorrow morning. I mean, that is chilly. You're probably going to need the jacket, and it would break the record, an 80-year-old record set back in 1945 of 50 degrees. So you'll need the jacket, but dress in layers because it's not going to be that chilly for long. It'll start off that way at about 6, 7 o'clock, but by 11 we're already back up to 60 degrees. Mid-70s again tomorrow afternoon with just some high, thin clouds filtering on through. Pretty good Wednesday. The winds will start to shift, though. You'll notice that tomorrow evening. Instead of that nice north wind, we're going to start to see a little bit of a southerly breeze, and that'll push those temperatures eventually back into the upper 70s by Thursday. Now, that's just ahead of our next cold front, which will push in. You'll see it here on our weather timeline. There's the filtered sunshine for Wednesday. Thursday, another cold front starts to dive on in. This one is not going to stick around nearly as long or give us any real chilly temperatures through the rest of this forecast, but it will bring us at least a chance for a few showers. I know that does not make up for what has been a pretty dry August for many of you with the crispy lawns out there that have been giving me a little grief for that. I wish I controlled the weather, but we just have been a little rain-free out there in a lot of spots, running a little bit of a deficit for the month. At least we'll see a chance for some rain out there Thursday night. That's our next chance, just a spotty chance. Things then calm down, and then Friday with some daytime heating, a slow-moving cold front, we'll see another chance for a few showers and sprinkles out there. This will be Friday anytime after about 1 to 2 in the afternoon through about 5 to 6. Good news about that is I'll fast forward here to 7 o'clock. That is high school football time. For most areas here in the tri-state, will be dry. So no big issues if you're going to be out to any of the games this weekend. And then we stay dry all weekend. Saturday, buzz through that. Nice Sunday, nice start. Plenty of sunshine, and then we go ahead and fast forward to Sunday at 9. 9 is important because Sunday is also Riverfest. If you have any plans out there all day long on Sunday, a lot of people always have the big parties and walk down and see the fireworks or whatever close to downtown. If you're going down to this, it is going to be warmer. Things are going to change. We're going to turn the script. Instead of the fall-like feels, it's going to feel a little bit more like summer. Still below normal, but a little warmer. 80 degrees the high temperature Sunday, and feels like temperatures will be a little bit warmer than that with a little bit more humidity. But all your weekend plans, Friday plans, Saturday, Sunday plans, they all look good. I mean, we're not going to have any big issues out there. Even Monday looks nice. Into Tuesday, the clouds, we'll see some filtered sunshine. Our next best chance of rainfall, I have this written down because we do go out to a 10-day forecast now, and our next best chance for rain, and that far out things are going to change, right? Even 7 days out, 6 days out, things can change in the forecast. So we'll keep an eye on this, but things are looking a little bit more promising with another big lousy low to swing on in. Long ways out, but it looks like September the 4th, this will be not this Thursday, but next Thursday looks to be another storm system to roll on and giving us our next best chance there of rain showers and thunderstorms. This weekend, pretty good. Saturday, again, not bad at all. That's right behind that cold front. So it's going to be some drier air, sun and clouds, that's it. Drier air and 76 degrees. Some spots low 70s, really comfy Saturday. Sunday things start to trend up, and it's going to be a trend that continues into next week. 80 degrees for Riverfest, but a dry 80, very little humidity Saturday and Sunday both. Very little humidity. It's going to be warmer, but not very humid. So the 80 is going to feel like the low to mid 80s at worst. Mid-80s at the peak of the daytime heating, but by fireworks time, mid-70s outside, and those fireworks should begin right after 9 o'clock at some point, right? Just when it gets a little darker out there. So your whole day, if you're partying between 2, 4, 6 o'clock, nice, dry. I mean, you're not going to have any problems. This is really a good forecast for this. 78 for 8 o'clock as you're walking down to go get your spot. Maybe you're going to be there all day, trying to scope out your spot. A lot of people do that too. No complaints. Just wear some sunscreen outside. Wear the shades. You'll need those. And then, of course, enjoy the show. Drive home safely, folks. 73. Be patient. Pack your patience for that. It's a big traffic issue when everybody leaves at the same time Sunday night. Then into Monday, Labor Day, obviously. Not too bad there either. Just the slimmest of chances for a shower on Labor Day. 20% chance or so. Similar chances to what we're going to see outside Thursday and Friday evenings. And then there's that Thursday chance next week. It kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, right? We haven't had a real good chance for rain in a while, and that one looks to be a pretty good chance. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. It might move up a day, move back a day. It's a long ways out. We'll keep our eyes on that. And then, of course, here's the temperature trend. Summer's back. Working our way back into this forecast. Mid-80s, higher humidity by the middle of next week. So here's your full forecast for you. What we got going on? All right, let's pull this up full so you guys can see what is happening out here in this. Here's me full. Let's go ahead and pull up the 7-day full. How about that? There we go. 75 outside today. Again, record-breaking chilly temp. I say 75 tomorrow. Record-breaking cold tomorrow morning. Upper 40s. Right. Jacket worthy for sure. 75 the high temperature. Overall a pretty good Wednesday after the record cold start. 55 outside Thursday morning. Slimmest of chances for a shower Thursday. Same with Friday, and I do think that slim chance by Friday afternoon is gone by the time both the Reds game starts at 6:40 and by the time high school football kicks off at about 7 o'clock. So looking good for Friday night, and then we dry back out for the holiday weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Monday even looks pretty good, just the slimmest of chances for showers there. Tuesday, the clouds start to thicken, and then our next best chance of rainfall arrives here towards the tail end of this forecast. Thursday is that next best storm chance, and you can see how those temperatures go from record-breaking cold back to summer-like warmth, back to normal, back to where we should be, and higher humidity too. So luckily, haven't seen any big questions rolling in. We might just call it quits here early today, and just because it is really nice, and I don't want you to have to sit here and listen to me drone on about nothing. Just a quick reminder, as this 7 days here, Steve's last day is Thursday this week. That's it. We got today, tomorrow, and Thursday, and then Steve is retiring, and he is looking forward to it. I think he brought in some bags yesterday, some boxes to start cleaning up some of the stuff out of the weather office, and yeah, he's done here on Thursday. So we'll see what happens. Working our way through the end of this weekend, next week. Some shift changes happening for the time being, some temporary, at least temporary, shift changes, and we'll see how that all works out. So if you want to stay tuned, they've been running some specials. I think it'll be in the evening shows. I'm on 3 and 4. He's back at 5 and 6. And I think yesterday they had something in the 5 o'clock for Steve, little specials, some of his highlights of his 48-year career here in Cincinnati. So if you want to check that out, tune in the next couple of days through the evening. They'll probably have it in the late evening as well. If you're more of a 9 to 10 or 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock show, folks, you can tune in then too. Either way, nice night. Great night. Get out there, enjoy the weather. Go out there, check out the moon and Mars tonight. If you have a really cool camera and you want to take a picture of that and send it to us, that'd be awesome too. Enjoy your day. I'm going to put this back in the full screen and enjoy my day too. I'm going to go get some lunch, maybe sit outside for that. It looks like a nice day for it. Enjoy it, everybody. We'll be back tomorrow. Well, that's a lie. We'll be back at this afternoon. I'll be back here on the stream tomorrow. It might be Aaron. Who knows? We might switch off the shifts. We'll see what happens. Enjoy your day. Enjoy the sunshine. Enjoy the comfortable air. And then bundle up with those record-breaking temperatures tomorrow morning.